لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. It's another day of conversation on the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. We are enlightening you on the things to do and to shun. Alhamdulillah, we are Muslims. Alhamdulillah that we are bringing this program to do. Even those of you who are not Muslims, I'm sure you are taking tips on this program. The first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah coming to you from the studios of IMS Media Company Limited. How have you been? Are you just watching, sitting on the fence, watching us on this program? It's an avenue to earn rahmah from Almighty Allah. We desire your sponsorship, partnership, and even your support, both in terms of gift items and material in cash, if you wish. May Allah make it easy for you. Today is day 4. We've started the conversation on Hajj. You recall that we deliberately left out the rites of Hajj, and that will be our focus on the program today. Let's go for a short break.
Going to Hajj, if you don't have faith before, you will have faith. Because you know that the day of judgment that Allah is talking about is real. Because you meet a lot of people there from different angles of the world. You will meet the short people, you will meet the very giant people.
You're welcome back. First 10 days is Dhul Hijjah. That is the program. Special thanks to Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation for the partnership. It's a great pleasure again. Delighted to welcome back to the studios of IMS Media Company Limited, Dr. Mustafa Adebayo Bello. He is a senior lecturer, Lagos State University. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakumullahu khairan for joining us and for lending a voice to this very important program. First 10 days in Dhul Hijjah. Today, last 2 episodes we talked about Hajj, preparation for Hajj. Now it is the Hajj rites proper. Is it true that when somebody has made payment for Hajj, he's regarded as Hujjaj or an Alaj?
No, until the rites of Hajj are completed, you are not yet an Alaji or an Alaja.
So when we say, when you have made, you have already made payment, you're already an Alaji, so just behave,
And of course, people will expect that somebody who is expectant, who has fulfilled what they call the righteousness, or the righteousness required for one to embark on the journey, should show some level of
decorum.
Now that you are becoming the guest of Allah, the Yufur Rahman, in few days or weeks, then people should some level of decorum.
What really constitutes the rites of Hajj?
Hajj itself is what the Jews call Ikamatul Nusuk, that the bringing forth of the rudiments or the rites of Hajj itself. That's what is called Hajj. And when people go on Hajj, like I did mention yesterday, people go from Nigeria here and some other parts of the world. They do what they perform Hajj Tamattu, which is the performance of Umrah first. Then there's a break in between, and then you can now assume the ihram again for the commencement of the proper rites of Hajj. So when Muslims, those who are in Medina, when they leave Medina, they go to Dhul Hudayfa, where they now adorn the ihram. The ihram is the clothing material, unsewn material for men, 2 pieces. The one they will tie around their wrapper and the one they will float around their shoulder. Once they do that and they perform the ablution, the ghusl, and they start chanting Labbaika.
Allahumma labbaik,
Labbaika la
sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata
laka wal mulk
la sharika lak.
They do that between Dhul Hudayfa until they get to Makkah. And once they get to Makkah, the first thing they do is to go to pay the visit to the house of Allah, Baitul Atiq, Baitullah in Makkah. And when they go there, they do what is called Tawaful Qudum. That's Tawaful Qudum is the Tawaf of Umrah. And when they do that, the circumambulation around the around the Kaaba for 7 times. For those who are going for the first who have gone there, the description is there, the direction is there. Once you get there, you see the green light, and you start from the green
point
light.
of commencement.
Commencement, and you after you have finished that, you do the what they call the 2 nawafil, close to what they call Maqam Ibrahim. It's not necessary that you have to be very close to it. Something, I mean, somewhere
because
around
of the surge of the
because
crowd.
of the surge of the crowd. Don't allow yourself to be trampled upon. Just do it somewhere around the place. Once you do that, then you go to what they call the Sa'i. The Sa'i is the hastening between Safa and Marwa, and you do it 4-3, 3-4 rather, then 7 times. Once you do that, you finish that, you start from Safa and you terminate it at Marwa. Once you do that, you have completed the rites of Hajj, of Umrah. For men, just do it, for men and women, just a little part of your hair. Just cut it off, and you can go and take the Zamzam water, refresh yourself, and that the rites of Umrah is completed. Once you have done that, you can remove your ihram and assimilate it into the local community for those days.
And waiting for the rites of Hajj.
Waiting for the rites of Hajj.
Okay, you know, as much as, because the same incantations you make even for Hajj, this circumambulation of the Kaaba and Sa'i.
Yeah.
Some people may not necessarily know the askar to do. Someone will go local. What's your counsel on this?
I think the counsel is that the tawaf, people may not know. It's just like Salat.
Okay.
It's a devotional worship.
And you must be in ablution to do it.
Be in an ablution.
And if ablution vitiates,
you have to redo it.
Allahu Akbar.
So that's people should understand it, and that's why you must comport yourself, regardless of the surge of the crowd. What is expected that you do adhkar, those things that you normally do. And you can, like I said, if it's the convenient thing is to look at, it's the 7 rounds. You can offer prayers in your language. It is allowed. What is important while you are doing is decorum. Then don't make jamboree out of it. People do tawaf and they do selfie. I've seen people do it, and it's not right. It's not right.
No, you want to show people that I'm actually came for Hajj. It's not boo-boo.
No, it's not right. If you are doing ziyarah, you can do all those pictures.
What's ziyarah?
Ziyarah, when you do visitations, excursions. But when you are doing the rites of Hajj, it is not expected. Don't diminish the reward of what you are doing. Don't do it by now doing selfie, or you are saying that while on the tawaf, you are not talking that while you are praying for the president. You are praying for the president, you are praying for the governor. We are now in tawaf, we are praying for the president. All those things, it diminishes what you are doing. It demystifies the spirituality. It's like you are making a comic out of a serious thing, and it's not good enough.
I hear that the potency of the prayer offered in Kaaba is so strong that whatever you ask Allah for, with the sincerity of intention, is granted.
Yes, because one, let people, there is the tradition of the Prophet said the prayers that you do in Iraq that you perform in Kaaba is like 100,000 rakah that you pray outside of Kaaba. You know what that means? It's the equation of the reward you get is what you do, and so people have what they call testimonies in fact, particularly when you are performing Hajj for the first time. I want to admonish those who are going for the first time. When you see the Kaaba, with the reverence with which you behold that house, whatever prayers you say there, I have done it. I have testimony that people have done it severally.
Hajj rites proper for the Hujjaj starts when, and what does it constitute?
Yeah, it starts on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah.
Okay.
That day is called Yawm Tarwiyah. It's a day for preparation for Hajj. It is that day that all the pilgrims, wherever they are in Mecca, even at that time, Medina, the way to Medina will have been shut down. Medina will have been evacuated. All the pilgrims will have been in Mecca. On that day, all of them in their millions will adorn their ihram in wherever they are in Mecca. And they will adorn their ihram, male and female, and they will set out. In different hours of the day, they will set out, the vehicles will come and pick them, the luxurious buses, and they are going to Munna. on that day. And that day, once they have to perform the to adorn the ram, you do the what they call the ghusl, the ritual bath for the adornment of the ram. Then you do 2 nawafil, 2 raka. Then you now prepare. And once you are ready, the thing you keep on chanting is the same thing. Is what they call the talbiyah. Labbaik ala labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal amda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika. I have answered your call. I have answered your call. Labbaik Allahumma innal hamda. Surely all gratitude, wa ni'ma, and blessing, laka wal mulk, and all authority belongs to you. La sharika. There is no bond but you. All the priests will be chanting, regardless of their language, regardless of where they come, regions, or their color. And once they start doing that, they will now move. And they are moving to Munna on that night. They will all gather at Munna.
What's the significance of that?
The significance of it is, well, don't forget that the rites of Hajj are the rites of Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salatu wasalam. And that's what confers originality on Islam. Every rites of Hajj are rites that are pertaining to the exemplary lifestyle of Prophet Ibrahim.
That's the father of
faith of Prophet Ismail. So when Allah asked him to sacrifice his son, it was that day he moved out of his residence to the plain of Munna, where he was ready to sacrifice the son. They slept over there. And it was on the morning of the day that he was now ready to travel. So these are the things that these are the stories that the pilgrims are in their millions trying to reenact for the world to see. So they will move, and when they get to Mina, they will observe their prayers normally, but they will be in their hiram, and they will now wake up onto the Arafat day, which is on the night at Arafah, or Dhul Hijjah. And that night of Arafah is the night that in the lexicon of the Hadith, the Prophet said that day Allah will be very proud of human beings, of the Muslims,
because of the numbers.
Just not the numbers, what they are doing. People of different culture, different orientation, different tradition, different languages, coming up together on the same plane, saying the same thing, doing the same thing before the same God, and seeking the pleasure of the same God. There is nothing that can't be replicated anywhere else in the world. You can't find it in Olympic. You can't find it anywhere, any stadium in the world, where people who are not controlled by any rules, they are just the one controlling themselves to rules that all of them have agreed upon.
Of those who probably for one reason or the other, logistics, they are just leaving their home state on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah.
Well, Saudi Arabia authorities they have what they call an arrangement. They have an arrangement whereby the space, the airspace, and the sea, and the water space is shut down. I think on the 6th of Dhul Hijjah. On the 6th of Dhul Hijjah. So 2 days to Yom Tarwiyah, no pilgrims can come in. But sometimes it could be 7th. I remember there was a particular year that Nigeria had difficulty in airlifting their pilgrims. Saudi Arabia had to give special consideration for the airspace to be opened on the 7th. I was one of those who who enjoyed that privilege. Immediately we got to Makkah on the 7th. By the 2nd day, we are good to go.
Okay, I need you to talk briefly about this ihram clothes. Maybe some people don't know the importance, both for the male and the female.
For the men, you are not to wear any underpants, anything under you. Just wrap it tightly around your waist and throw the other one.
What's the wisdom behind that? Can't question Allah.
Well, the wisdom behind it is to demystify your humanness, your status. Regardless of who you are just like every other person. And
the way you were born.
The way you were born. Don't forget, when we die.
That's the way you go.
Is equality of mankind before God. Is to humble you before your God. That regardless of your status, the man standing before you may be a king. The man standing beside you could be a pauper. You could be a president. There are this a classless environment. And the reason why some allowances were given to women is to shut down the door of fitna. And that's why women are allowed to wear their bras, to wear their pants, and to wear any garment.
Okay.
So that such provision, because if you allow women not to do all those things, you are opening the door of fitna because of the nature of the human anatomy.
Something just came up now. Hajj rites is supposed to be sacred period, but even the women undergoing their monthly cycle are not exempted.
Yes, there are some rites that they are exempted.
Okay.
For instance, they are exempted from tawaf. When they are now clean, they can come back and do it.
Okay.
They are exempted from sayu, all those rites, but they are not exempted from arafah. They are not exempted from all the movements.
Okay.
For instance, if a woman is menstruating on the 8th, it is not to say that she will stay at home. She will move out with them. She will move along. She will move from whatever point they are moving, they keep on moving with them. But what she will not do, that she will not pray with them if they are praying. Normal abstinence, normal allowances that are given to her, she will observe them. But when she's clean, she will do what she needed to do.
Okay, so what are those other rites that in the state of Ihram you are supposed to do and not to do?
Yeah, in the state of Ihram, you are in the
state of Ihram is that you've adorned your clothes,
the clothes,
you've made your intention and all
you are
of
in
that.
what they call consecration state. Okay. Meaning that you are like an angel at that time. For that reason, you will not do anything.
No quarrel.
Yeah. Quran said, la fusuka, la rafasa, wala fusuka, wala jidal fil hajj. Rafas means sexual immorality.
Not even the moral one. You cannot, in the state of Ihram.
People, human beings. Okay. So don't say you are not told.
You can't even go near your wife.
Even your wife. Then fusuk means any kind of fleeting thing in terms of your thoughts,
gossip, your words, and all of that. Giba.
And jidal. Jidal means striving. Don't, again, I mean, you don't elbow people. Say because you are doing tawaf. You see people doing it. You don't do it.
That's strange.
You don't elbow people.
Are they aware? Oh, this is your foreign food that will catch them.
It is to tell that it's ignorance everywhere. You don't engage in any altercation using foul languages when you are in that time. Then again, you must not, when you are in Ihram, your fingernails, you must not cut it. You must not do anything to, your ear, you must not pluck it out. Then you must not kill any animal, except dangerous animals, harmful ones. Then for the men, their ear must be left open. You must not wear any cap. You must not cover. You cannot say because the sun is so sunny, it's so, scorching effect of the sun, you can use umbrella.
Exactly.
You can use an umbrella. You can use anything to shield the sun, but not wearing cap when you are there. These are things to ensure that you go through these rigors. Don't forget, we are trying to emulate Prophet Ibrahim. The trouble, the tribulation, the trials he had was not a trial of enjoyment. It was in difficulty.
We are still conversing with Dr. Mustafa Adebayo Bello, who is a senior lecturer at the Department of Peace and Religious and Peace Studies, Lagos State University. Thank you for being with us. Okay. Now let's go for a break.
Let's enjoy this happy day. Let's celebrate.
It's a few days to this year's Eid al-Adha. While many children eagerly await new clothes and warm meals with family members, some are silently waiting for hope. In Nigeria, over 18 million children have lost one or both parents. They face poverty, hunger, and uncertainty every day. These orphans are not just numbers, they are lives waiting for compassion from you and I. With your donation this Eid, you can bring light into their lives. With just 10,000 naira, you can feed and clothe an orphan, giving them a chance to smile. A meal, a new dress, a smile, and a reason to believe in tomorrow and humanity, courtesy of you. Eid is a time of sacrifice, love, and of sharing what we have with those who have not. During this Eid al-Adha, don't let them be forgotten. Let your giving be their celebration. Because when you give to an orphan, you give to Allah.
Kindly donate a minimum of 10,000 naira to Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation to feed, clothe, and orphan.
Be the reason why the orphans smile.
What do you think is common among our people that they can be counseled on?
I have mentioned one. One is this idea of flaunting the rights of Hajj. You want to tell people at home that you are in Arafah.
Okay.
So for every act of Hajj, you are filming it. And you are telling them. I'm not talking of those who do it for purpose of documentation or for enlightenment. Of course, it's required. But for those who are doing it for personal self-aggrandizement. Oh, we are now in Arafah. Oh, we are now in Muna. This is what we are doing. I'm praying for you. All those things, you are diminishing the rewards that will accrue to you. And sometimes it's like you may not even have the rewards of Hajj, other than the fact that you are on a visitation or you are on an excursion. So I want to appeal for those on Hajj this year. Please, let us reduce it. You can even record. Maybe after Hajj, you can now share.
You know there is a period for Sahara.
I mean, Sahara. You can do it.
Even
yes. While you are doing Hajj, you can record. Maybe for reasons of the fact you want to show your children. Keep them. When you get back home, you can show people so that it will encourage those who have not visited to also have it in mind to do it.
Okay.
But filming and transmitting it while you are doing the act is a lot of distraction.
All right, sir.
I want to appeal.
There is a popular saying among those, particularly among those in southwestern people. They call it Allah Rafami Sabaka night. What do you have to say? Is that part of it?
Well, Allah Rafami is a way of saying people who are my
Hajj mates.
Hajj mates. If it's for the purpose of association, I also use the term whether it's somebody that I've seen for a long time, we are put on as Allah Rafami. For that purpose of when it's on the purpose of al-fasha between a man and a woman. At a point in time, because of the arrangement of Hajj, the rule for Hajj, a woman cannot perform Hajj without being accompanied by her husband or a boy mahram. And because it's so stringent that sometimes it might be difficult to find a mahram for a woman. So what the local authorities, what they do, they match the pilgrims. They match the female pilgrims with male pilgrims. So that once you go in and they want to identify, this female pilgrim, who is the mahram? Somebody. That is just for the purpose. It's for the purpose of logistics. And making your entrance into Mecca.
Is that abused?
Easy. People are abusing it.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it. That they become friends. That even people now say will come in the morning that the woman will now be giving food to the mahram. Someone else's husband. And you now have what they call a temporary marriage. While on Hajj. We know these things happen, and we're appealing to local authorities, the scholars also, to, as it were, preach to them. People will say that even if you don't value the fact that you are gone there for Allah, value the money, value the trouble you go through. All these things, what will you do? What will you gain if all this wahala that you do and you end up getting 0 over 100?
Well, there's a wisdom behind traveling with your mahram.
Yeah. The wisdom is that, one, if you run into trouble, it will be there.
Health-wise,
logistics. Somebody will be there who will be responsible, who can be called. Thirdly, your mahram is somebody you cannot, it's not somebody you can marry. That's the wisdom.
If it's not your husband.
If not your husband. So these are the rules. It's not just for Hajj alone, for a woman trip. So, but people now are abusing it. And there's not much that Saudi Arabia can do. They don't know you. But for the purpose of Hajj, and we're appealing to our people. The rites of Hajj, once they get to Arafah on that day, they will be in Arafah. And what people tell them, Arafah is not that you have to go and climb the mountain. Wherever
The
you
plains.
are, the plains of Arafah is the Arafah. And Hajj is Arafah. And that's why on that day of Hajj, because Hajj is Arafah, the Prophet said, Al-Hajju al-Arafah. Even a sick Hujjah will be carried there. If you are not on Arafah, you don't have Hajj.
Okay.
So you have to be there from morning till sunset.
All right, we'll have a full episode on Arafah, particularly on the night of Dhul Hijjah. Yeah. But the one I really want you to clear now, which I've asked before I even answered, Sabaka night.
Well, Sabaka night, I don't know what it means.
Is that part of Hajj, right?
It's not part of Hajj.
Okay, it's an innovation.
It's an innovation that people should run away from. Okay. It diminishes your Hajj if it will not even obliterate entirely the rights of Hajj. Okay. What do we do there? And people congregate to sing, to dance. I don't want to mention any state, but those who are involved, they know themselves. I have complained with some of their people that it's not right to congregate in Mona and be doing such a thing in Mona, and you see people singing, dancing in Mona. It's not right. It's not right. And there are scholars amongst them. I'm sure some of them, if they are listening to, they know themselves.
All right, first 10 days in Dhul Hijjah, we have talked about the rites of Hajj. My question is, were you listening? What are those approved rites of Hajj? That's the question. Send to our Facebook page, Ames Media Company Limited. The fastest finger wins it all, and the most convincing answer will get our reward and our gifts. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. It's been the fourth day of these first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. Do make it a date with us same time tomorrow when we shall continue this conversation, this enlightenment process, all in a bid to enlighten you and the word from Almighty Allah. Special thanks to Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation for their partnership. You can also join them. Join us tomorrow, the continuation of our conversation. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.